This is James Holder for IFL TV in association with Matt Clinch Gym Marbella. I'm in Kiel, Germany today for Arthur Abraham versus Paul Smith. This is a post-fight interview with Paul Smith. How are we doing, Paul?
It's not the best life, but what can you do, you know? It's just one of them things, isn't it? It's a good hard fight. I think Abraham thought, and a lot of knobheads thought that he was going to just walk through me, but there was never going to be a chance of that. You know, I showed tonight that if anything, I believe I won the fight, but I showed tonight if anything that I'm not British level, I'm not European level, I belong there, and I'm trying my best to get this rematch.
Did you think at the end of the final bell that you had done enough to win the fight, Paul?
You see my reaction at the end. I wouldn't do that if I didn't think I won it. That wasn't to sway any judges or anything else. You always see fighters putting their hands up at the end of a fight and, you know, to try and sway judges. That's just one round you're going to sway. I believe I won the fight. The lads had me up on my shoulders. My brothers are good judges of fights, and I was watching them and I was looking at them and they believe I won it. I'm not the only one that thinks I've been robbed, and listen, some people think Abraham won it, some people are saying a draw, but 119, 109, you know, it's a piss take looking at that. That means I won one round of the fight. And I watched it on the screen and I seen the scores, and as soon as I seen 119, 109, I thought, well, I've been shafted, because I didn't just win one round, but Abraham didn't just win one round. You know, it was a good, hard fight, and just one of them things, innit? You've just got to literally take it on the chin and hope for the best with this rematch now and get him back in the ring as quick as I can.
You alluded in the press conference that bad decisions in Germany happen quite a lot. Did you worry about that coming out here, Paul, before the fight?
I was asked it quite a lot. Germany, what are you going to do if it's points down? I said, you know what, I think it'll be okay. It's one of them. If I win this fight and I win more rounds than him, I'll get the decision. And that's what I felt, but I was just probably kidding myself, wasn't I, before? You know, always trying to stay positive and always trying to keep a positive outlook on things. And I thought, you know what, if I'm winning this fight and I'm doing what the game plan is asking me of, and get stuck in and do the right things and set the right work rate, I'll win the fight. I believe I won the fight, but the judges don't.
Can you tell me how you're feeling right now? Because this is the pinnacle moment of your whole career and your whole life. To have that snatched away from you in the circumstances it has been. What are you feeling right now?
Just deflated, really. You know, it'll be tomorrow. Listen, I'm a family man. I've got the best family in the world, and having them around me, my lad, my stepdaughters, my wife, my mum and dad and the kids, and my brothers and everything else, they'll get me through it. But I should be waking up tomorrow with a belt. I should be waking up tomorrow as world champion, achieving my dreams, and 3 people sitting around tables have took that away from me, in my opinion, and in a lot of other people's opinion. But I've just got to try and stay positive over it and try and not let it beat me up and get me down. You know, I'll get the rematch, and that's what I'm working for. I'm working hard to get that rematch. I proved tonight that I belong at this level, and the fights that I can get will be at this level. There's loads of opponents out there without Arthur Abraham that I can go and fight now and step into.
Speaking to Eddie Hearn today, he's insistent you should be in a mandatory spot to challenge again for Arthur Abraham, whether it's in Germany, whether it's in England, whether it's in a neutral place. Would you be happy to do that?
That's what I want. That's what I'm forcing for. You know, if the WBO have a look at that fight, they're not soft. You know, they had their own officials there. Coco was there tonight. It's Frank Kovacs, and he's a former world champion himself. He watched that fight. He knows it wasn't 109, 119. He knows probably it wasn't as wide as the other 2 judges that gave it, but he also knows how the game works. And it's not Germany that has the problems. We have them in Britain. We have them everywhere. It's judging, and it's impartial judging, and it's people's opinions. And in their opinion, they didn't think I won that round, when I might have won that round. But who knows? It's just, if I get mandatory position, which is what I want, I think the idiot saying I didn't deserve the fight, look at that and tell me I didn't deserve it. You know, I think I beat him. But my ranking was 3. They've dropped me down to 5. They could make me mandatory now after that. Put me mandatory challenger. To get some purse bids going for this fight. You'll still get paid well. I'll get 20% of the purse bid, whatever it is. You know, he's looking at €1 million, so we can give him that. Let him come over to England after that fight. That'll sell. That'll sell in Liverpool. That'll sell. You know, in Liverpool and in Germany, because the Germans, they sort of like that, and they like the rowdy fans that I brought over as well. So I think it sells again. Let's get it on again. Even better at mandatory for me.
So in the press conference, you had some tweets from the likes of Wayne Rooney, Stephen Gerrard, as well as the enormity of the British public messaging what they feel, because right across the board, all I've got is robbery. People tweeting me, robbery.
No, and listen, there's some educated opinions out there as well saying, look, the fight was close. I thought it may have been a draw. I had it scored as a draw. That's fine. That's the opinion. You know, if they gave that a draw there, I'd have thought, well, maybe I just won 6 rounds, but I believe I won more than 6 rounds. I got a nice direct message off Carl Frampton. You know, I think it was a robbery. I think you won the fight. How'd you win in the fight? that's judging for you, but that's boxing, and people have been in them situations before will understand. My gym mate's doing it, Macklin. You know, he come out here and got robbed blind or Felix Sturm, in my opinion. I feel sorry for Joe. That's 2 fighters he's had now fighting for world titles in Germany, and they're both of them being robbed again, in my opinion, you know, and in a lot of other people's opinion, but what can you do?
If it was 115, 113, would you have took it on the chin pull and admitted that it was a close
I'd
fight?
have got out and thought, you know what, I must have lost it then. If it was 3, 115, 113, you'd stand there and you'd think, well, I gave my best, I gave a good account. I still thought of one more, and I'll watch it back and I'll see. And if I watch it back, I'll judge it fairly and I'll judge it impartially like I do. Listen, it's my job, I work for Sky doing it. I'm not one who scores biased, and I'll watch it back and I'll know even more. I might watch it back and think, you know what, it wasn't as wide as it was. I thought I won it 7-5 or something, you know, 6-5 and 1 even or something, but I won't know till I watch it. But I'll always be straight and always be down the line. If it had been 3, 115, 113s, I'd have just stood there and probably thought, you know what, I've been just pipped to it. Maybe a bit one-sided judging, biased judging, but I've been pipped. But it wasn't that, you know, and I'm looking at the scores and thinking, 117, I didn't win that many rounds, and I thought, 117 again, or 116, I thought, 119, I just thought, as soon as I see that, I've been shafted. 119, so I only won 1 round of that fight, according to one judge.
There seemed to be a realisation in there from yourself that you can mix it with world level. You sort of took the best shots Arthur Abraham had, and it was a realisation that you could do this, wasn't it?
I've said it for a long time, but, you know, talk's cheap and words are just words. You need to go and do it. I've known that. The lads in the gym have known that. My family and my mates have known that. The people at Spar have known that. But you have to go and do that, and you have to go and show that to people, to prove to people. But I've said time and again, I've got nothing to prove against fellas sitting on the couch with a cig in their hand, tweeting, giving me abuse. It doesn't ask me in the slightest. It doesn't bother me. But I've got a lot to prove to the people around me. You know, I know I've got this in me, and I know I can do it, and I know I belong at this level. And I've said time and again, I belong at this level. And I've watched my mates over the years getting in tighter fights, Macklin, Quigg, all the lads, and I'm thinking to myself, you know, I can do that as well, and I really want that myself. I want a bit of what they're getting. I really want to all excel together as a gym. Our gym's buzzing, and I love it, and I love the lads in there, and they're great. And the fact that I'm now fighting for world titles as well. Should have won a world title tonight, but the fact that I will get me another chance to go and fight for the world title, that's what's the only thing that's really getting me through this. I want the rematch. I want to be made mandatory for the rematch. Let's get us somewhere neutral.
I don't even want to. There's hundreds of names, loads of names we can reel off from the British scene, but I just don't think it's right. I think the rematch has to be made before anything else is spoke about, Paul, because I just think you've earned it and you deserve it. You know, the scoring in there today haven't done you justice more than anything else.
Exactly. And listen, Calasaro's just said he wants the best for his fighter and he wants the best for the fans, what the fans want. I said to him, log on your Twitter, you'll see what the fans want, because it's gone bananas and it's gone nuts, saying to Sauerland, listen, get the rematch done, rematch. It's all you see. Rematch was trending. You know, get the rematch on. I want the rematch. Arthur's just shook my hand and said he'll give me a rematch. So let's do it. You know, I want it. Got all respect in the world for Arthur Abraham. I have for any fighter I share a ring with, and I'd love to fight him again, because I feel that's left a lot of unfinished business, and that's how it takes in a lot of people's mouths.
Any preference on where you would travel to? Do you think it's got to be neutral, or do you think it's got to be in England or Germany again?
Don't care. I'll come back here again. No problem, in the same arena, in the same ring, but get the judges right, you know, and make sure the judges sitting down at the table know that the last one was a dodgy decision, or wide scoring, or, you know, unjust scoring, and maybe that'll make them heed a little warning and score the fight correctly and score the fight impartially. Just score it as you see it.
If you don't kick up a fuss with these things, like anything, sometimes they don't get mentioned, you know, as we've seen in the past with other fights.
Yeah, exactly. You're not going to get it if you don't ask for it. If you don't ask, you don't get it. I've just said to Calasaroland straight away. Eddie's just said to Calasaroland, I've said to Arthur, I started face to face. Well, he said, I'll fight you any time. He said, let's do it then. I put my hands out, he shook my hand. Let's have a rematch. Let's do it next. I'll fight in December, I'll fight in January, February, March, whenever he wants to fight. Let's do it.
Congratulations on your performance today. As I said, you've done yourself justice, and we look forward to seeing when the rematch is announced.
The support's been unbelievable. It was an amazing atmosphere in there tonight. Fans and friends and family and everything else, and the Twitter's gone nuts as well. You know, it's really brilliant support, and I really do appreciate it. Nice one. Thanks, mate.